Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we have some very, very interesting stuff transpiring in this show, and not only is it interesting, it's always been my, dream to get some more Fate Zero, and that's exactly what we wind up getting with this, and not only is it more of what I wanted, it's pretty close to showing us just how capable our main guy is at, catching these people and making them absolutely, um, you know, come like subdued to the actual truth. Because as of right now, we're seeing a whole lot of what ifs, and not only that, even people making up stuff to pretty much point the blame as hard as they can, while there's really no need to do that, right? Like she's going extra ham on somebody who automatically already has the hate of the people, and because you have the hate of the people, it's going to lead to everybody accepting the answer of, whatever they're putting on you much quicker. So, to know that and to still have these people not really giving you any type of chance, it makes sense that this is going in the way of the favor of the girl who's, jumping to these conclusions. And then not only that, they're then, showing us like, hey, even whatever we say at this point will go because we have that much more influence, that much more to add to the table compared to someone who has evidence to fight against it. And then not only that, after seeing the eyes being removed from this man, oh wow, we learned very quickly that he could have done it without even knowing, or at least have experienced, uh, has experienced it, and for some reason the eyes themselves are keeping his memory locked away from giving him any real information at that time, which he does say if he did get more time at that period of when he remembered he was actually there and stuff, he could have solved the case. But a perfect time showing up and a perfect time, or not so perfect time, and a perfect time for our main character to come in and kind of just point the finger back at the person who's getting all these conclusions and story, and pretty much saving him for what little bit of time he did, even though there is no one else that they have a case for now. There's someone that they have a case towards, and whatever was said kind of lines up. But the other thing about it is, um, the eyes have been removed from him because of the auction, and it's coming very close, so they wanted to remove them a little bit before time, and so they're prepared so they can be, seen and stuff like that. But they wound up not being rainbow rarity and one under, so they're still going to be relatively close to being the most expensive, the most wanted, and also having people, just maybe doing tricksy things to even get it after, they lose or whatever have you. So it's really, really interesting in my opinion. I love how this show has kind of been slowly but surely giving us a lot of information to take in every week, and because of that, I have been. And seeing Gray and the other girl who supposedly is the first, she is the first line or cadet of writer. So not only have we gotten this connection now, like I already knew by her color pattern, and not only that, how she summoned Ryder's noble plasm, but seemingly didn't show us, that she had the thing we're looking for, the cape or the mantle part of the cape of, the Rider. So it's really interesting on that front of just where does this go, where does this lead, and if it does lead somewhere crazy, how much more are we actually going to see? So, um, with all that being said, we're very close to getting quite a bit of information with this case, and not only that, like hopefully the person that started all this in the first place, like at least started the fact of our character being completely like almost out of commission. So we'll see what that was all about and maybe what she has to do with this. But other than that, I really do enjoy this show. I mean, not only is it, different and giving us some new looks at how to do storytelling, who double counter, but it's in a universe that I love, that I wish Gilgamesh would show up or any of the other people would show up, but at the same time, because it's just in the same area and like timeline and universe as those characters, I'm just interested to see if there's anything new within the whole entire like story regard of things that I would actually want to get into and watch, more of different fates that I didn't really care about. Like all the ones with like the little girls and they're all fighting and all that other stuff that just I like Fate Stay the Night, but that was about it, right? Like that's about as far as it goes. And I've also played Fate Grand Order, the app game, and I've seen like some of the story progression through it, but other than that, I'm pretty out of the Fate continuity because I just didn't care for certain characters that we were getting in the future on. So yeah, miss me with it. But this is what I was hoping for: is if something in this show actually made me want to get even more into it, then I would. But someone on Twitter asked me about the girl who had Trisha, the one who lost her head, the girl who was with her the whole time. We learned that, or the person on Twitter told me that, oh, that looks like, like a person from Grand Order, or, like Fate Grand Order. I'm just like, I might have seen that person, and then I look into it, and I'm like, yeah, I actually have seen this person in Fate Grand Order, the game as well. Like, I think a cutscene or something. So it was nice to have those kind of pulls and stuff, and it kind of shows you how far into the future, uh, you know, the universe of Fate has gone, and that with one of our characters who made it from Fate Zero all the way to this point, mainly because he was like under wraps, or he was just doing whatever he could to try to figure out more about the Holy Wars and stuff. He then becomes a teacher and everything, but what about anyone else? Like, did anyone else weird make it out of those storylines? And if so, where are they? Like, are we going to see them? Are we going to get more from what they're going through and how they're dealing with stuff? So it's stuff like that that keeps me really interested in these types of series. And not only that, for whatever case, if people love or hate it, as long as I'm enjoying it, I'm going to see where it goes. And I'm glad some of you are going to keep this ride with me. And if for the people who aren't, I hope you guys the best. And I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G. And I will definitely talk to you guys tomorrow. So, with all that being said, have an awesome one.